Oh, Gene is back. Yo. So, Gene, what are your what are your thoughts on all this? Yeah, same. Hold
Where am I?
Are they even gonna finish this race? Like, I doubt they are, but are they? Like, this is like already hell as it is. I love how like there's like a set saying like, "Oh yeah, don't worry, guys, we're gonna restart shortly," and it's been shortly, and nothing has happened besides from like grabbing the skeleton of the Ferris wheel over here.
anything happened since I've been gone?
No, I literally just got in here.
Oh my god. Oh, we have... Oh, what? What's happening now?
Are we live?
Yeah, I think.
Oh, we aren't.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's great. If anybody who's just joining us, we are currently covering the Robex 8 at Daytona with the SEIKO World Endurance Championship. Currently getting things sorted out here, so just hang on tight. We're going to get these things figured out.
It's like long race, alright. We're waiting. Actually, nothing to do while we're waiting. Because I
understand you.
mean, the only recap of it is international. Yeah, international. You were not here for anything at all, so.
I understand you told me that somebody was driving backwards. Can you?
Yeah, someone was driving backwards in the pit. It was Evan.
Oh, on pit road.
Yeah. In front of Drift too. Funny enough.
Wow.
It was like pulling a fucking co-mater on pit road. When you look at that, Blue Dolphin decides to show up in the final minutes of the race. After they previously left like very early on in the race to protest. Now they're already back.
Well, when it comes to drivers voicing their opinions, some have got better opinions than others.
Blue Dolphin certainly is not one of them. Average Blue Dolphin moment. Oh, Lord.
Most of this takes me back to my early days where I would just protest out of any small inconvenience. Believe me, I've been at this for 9 years and I still don't know what I'm doing.
Well, I've been at it for like 6 months.
Right.
It's all interesting stuff to me now. Still waiting. We are live.
I would say one of my favorite fields has to be the GT lineup. And it's really become curious to me to see how exactly they've been performing and who's been the most dominant. Can you provide any context on that?
I mean, really, I don't know. I haven't even been paying attention to GT field. The only thing I really did was just like say he came in the pit. That was I can't remember. That was
right now, and it's a very diverse lineup.
It was, yeah. It's been dominated by Porsche this entire time.
Well,
so anytime you go spectating,
going through the motions of everything, it wouldn't surprise me that Porsches would be the most dominant. But I
Porsche on top as always.
GTs, and that makes the Ford fanboy in myself really happy.
Yeah, I was happy to see there's like at least one Ford. And I have no clue how SB Racing is entering.
I was under the impression that there would be Mustangs, but the Ford GT is definitely a good welcome.
Oh shit! It's a warm welcome for me. Love that thing. If I had known that was in the lineup, I think I might have actually picked it over to Porsche.
I would have jumped into a Ford GT by now.
Joined race control because I'm not okay. Well. You heard,
wow. I'm actually really impressed by this number 22 LMP2.
Oh yeah, you should have seen him earlier.
Taking inspiration from one of my favorite drivers, Joey Logano. That is impressive.
Well, to quote Lushy, the Ferrari number 22.
Huh.
I don't know where you got that from, but oh well. Lushy was doing I'd say Lushy did an okay job in the booth earlier. Besides that,
definitely a lot of Porsche hypercars, as well as some Cadillacs.
Porsches have been popular. There's been a few Cadillacs, and specifically But I haven't really seen much of the Cadillacs except for the VWT Cadillac Racing has been.
Well, I think one of the things
Far
you can see
behind.
a lot in motorsports is just the amount of cult following that the Porsche.
Like Porsche. Yeah, like Porsche.
Porsche.
I don't know, I would feel like everyone
Porsche
just likes
has
Porsche.
always had a cult following, and while I'm not the biggest fan of their race teams, I have to admit they have a lot of influence.
I have an absolute love for Porsche. We've been. I mean, that's been a manufacturer we've used besides Toyota now, actually. Although I honestly just count Inca as Porsche at this point.
Right.
Everybody, they're essentially just Porsche. They literally have a Porsche Cup, so you count it.
Well, I mean, I'm trying to see if I'm on the right stream.
Are we? Are we?
Are we broadcasting right now?
Are we?
Oh, okay. Where's the link for the...
Oh, we're not. No, the link for the stream and the actual Discord server isn't the right stream.
Yeah, it's the race control stream. Can we get a link for that? Oh, perfect.
Well, let's see. Right, it's in the. There we go. All right. Thank you, Sean.
I get to hear myself talk.
No,
As if I don't do that already.
I'm not gonna listen to myself talk. I already know how it sounds. Man. Let's take a look and see anyone special is in here.
This
And,
is definitely
yep.
a good telltale sign with everybody lining up and everything.
This is a great opportunity for some of these hypercar teams that have not really had a big chance today to come back at it. Number 10 specifically, Martini Racing Porsche team.
Well, I mean, having this break in mind gets not only just a lot of the, not just the LMP field, but it just gives everyone else a really good
It
opportunity.
gives everyone a really good
Get their
field.
bearings
I mean,
together.
really good opportunity now. Especially the GT field felt like they were getting really spread out.
I mean, for me, I usually come from the NASCAR side of things, so I hate when the field gets spread out. I'm a really close quarters, bumper to bumper kind of person, but then kind of making this transition to endurance racing, for me anyway,
Yeah.
it's just always been, you know, this is completely different. You got to be more patient. You got to know what you're doing. You got to strategize. So it's definitely been a wake-up call for me.
And even then with endurance racing, I feel like the strategy is literally never going to go exactly as you planned it to be. I mean,
Well,
our
yeah,
strategy
of
that we
course.
had in mind,
Well,
our
yeah,
strategy
of
we
course.
had in mind went absolutely nowhere because it was developed around the GT, and the GT obviously retired within the first hour.
Right.
Probably
Well, I
a
mean-
better thing for Cheater.
Well, I mean, to kind of quote NASCAR commentator Mike Joy, he says, you know, you can plan what you want. And then they wave the flag, and then that all goes out the window. You know, it's part of the old saying, everybody has a plan until they get punched in the mouth. And in this case, it can be a multitude of other things, whether it's connection issues, car issues, not planning the right strategy, coming and going. And like you said, it's almost kind of a mind game at that point.
It ends up being a big mental game.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And
I've
sometimes
had,
you-
with our drivers specifically, we've been having complaints that they've been tired because it's only been 2 of them, and they've been running long stints, been exhausted, about
Oh yeah, I
after
can
like
definitely
2-3 hours.
imagine. I could definitely imagine. I can remember mentioning to you, a time where I had decided to do the 3 hours of Le Mans over in the X.
By yourself.
Yes,
by yourself.
by myself in a car.
How did that go?
Well, we had a lot of issues with the car, and given the fact that we were kind of still in our program with RJSR was in our infancy. It definitely wasn't the best call by me, but I mean, in managing my team for almost 10 years now, you know, you learn a lot of things, and you kind of see like, okay, what do you know is right and what do you know is wrong? And that's one of the things that I think a lot of team owners need to take quote of. It's like, you may think you have all the best ideas in the room, but you can look to your teammates and they probably have an idea that's 10 times better than yours. And you always have to listen to the people who you work with. Otherwise, you won't succeed as a team, as an organization. And I think that's one of the things that we pride ourselves on, is that everybody has a voice.
I'd say, yeah, I'd have to agree with that. Remember, we had Silly. We kind of had Silly do that by himself. Silly's not in the car right now, but he had to suffer with the same thing as you. So, it was only 2.4 hours, but close enough. Just gonna do a quick run through the field. Let's see. Iris has just been on top. Iris has been on top today in the overall class. I don't think they've really been touchable at all. The second they got up there, they were gone. They were just completely out of reach. I mean, I think number 16 or number 10 were having a little bit of a time with them, but.
Well, of course, when you become, a lot of people don't realize it's like the more dominant your car is, the bigger of a bullseye you start to paint on your back.
Yeah, and then also the thing with Iris is I'm pretty sure they won this edition last year. I think they dominated, actually.
Right. But of course, a lot of things like heartbreak exist. Oh, and looks like we're getting ready.
Yeah, we're getting ready. It's about time. Took us a while, and we're finally back to it.
Now, I can imagine the racing's going to get a lot more aggressive here since everyone else has been able to have their...
1 hour and 7 minutes. Yeah, this is going to be a shootout.
Wow. Yeah. I'm pretty sure if I'm a crew chief and I'm talking to my drivers, I'm telling them, you know what? It's time to go. It's time to just floor it, get through all the corners you can, and just see if you can end up on the podium or not.
We weren't joking. We weren't lying about the whole Porsche thing. There are 14 GTs still left in this race, and 6 of them are Porsches.
Wow.
Specifically, been looking at those two Logitech Porsches in the front. They've been 91, 92. They've been on top of it today. Pretty sure they were the ones won GT class last year too.
Yeah, I hate to see all my Ford GTs struggling to keep up the pace, but you know what? That's just the unfortunate thing about GT endurance racing. It's like you just got to know how to dominate, and you got to have experienced drivers. It appears my game has crashed, so I will be rejoining here in just a minute.
Looks like I'm surprised they're not putting silver. Speaking of, I'm not surprised they're not putting silver in the car. Blue Dolphin. Number 8 car. Silver is a really fast driver. I've seen them in the Rolex Mercedes 190E championship. They were a really rapid driver. Just on top of the game. And
I definitely see a lot of familiar faces from the XLMS side of things.
Yeah, it's Silver. Let's see, Silver's in here. Malal Sylvia's in here. Sainty is actually driving my Porsche right now. Speaking of which, I'm still running for Sainty. P4 right now. Although it looks like we're doing a bit of Sainty's turning the Porsche into a lawnmower, which
you can even see just everybody starting to get antsy. Because now that the field is bunched back up, this is an opportunity for everyone.
I don't believe I haven't actually. Things. It looks like we're about to go. Looks like we're about to go green flag racing here.
Looks like we're about to. Looks like a lot of these guys.
Oh, looks like we already are.
Green flag is out.
Never mind about that. No time. Absolutely no time to race here.
Now, a lot of the things that I find rare in other parts of endurance racing is when the caution flag comes out. I mean, it's like
Yeah, that's
a lot of drivers. A lot of drivers would think, "Oh, this is good breathing room for us and everything," but then it just starts to make things complicated.
It'll make things complicated and ends up switching it from being. I mean, it's still a little bit of a mental game. At the end of the day, racing is an absolute big mental game. Listen, on the endurance side of things. Taking a look at the fields right now.
Let's see. Trying to find.
It's like I believe the 50. I think the 58 is leading LMP2. I can't tell, but so we'll find out after this first lap who's leading what.
Looks like they're gonna come to the flag here, and what do we got?
Irish, Remo, Martini, Triff, Eclipse. Then followed by BWT Cadillac, Nitro DC, and Remo 2 cars to pack in it.
Doesn't seem to appear the scoreboard is popping up for me.
Yeah, it's a little. I mean, it's a little broken. I've had to use the stream most of the broadcast actually. Standard SEIKO issue. Positions changed, so I believe the Eclipse Motorsport 963 dropped down one position. It appears that everything just about to. Like I said, Hypercar field is really close right now. So it looks like it is. I can't tell with the lag, but it seems like we're gonna have a very quick push to finish. This is predicted. Still waiting.
I mean, I'm just watching the number 5 LMP right now, and he's just been able to get his line down and just be able to build a good distance from the 59 behind him.
I know, it's number 5. I think I was just gonna walk away with it. Oh, what was that? What was that? Hey, car off in the chicane right there.
Oh, what do we
Think it might
got?
be the number 10 car, actually. It's the number 10 or the number 16. It was hard to tell. When the top 5 hypercar went off.
Oh my, where was this?
There's a big off in the chicane. I just saw it. It looked like a hypercar in the air. It didn't seem to be on the grass for a second. I don't know what happened to him.
Oh my.
Yeah, it was the BWT. No, it was the BWT. It was the number 9 car.
Huh.
It had a big off in the bus stop. They were running pretty good, and then all of that just happened.
One of the consequences of it is like, as much as you want to take this opportunity to get back out in front and everything, you cannot take drastic measures. Otherwise, it won't work. You just got to let it happen naturally. If you can't get back up there, you can't get back up there. It's as simple as that. It would be a horrible thing for you to push your car too hard to where you just make things worse for yourself.
Seems, yeah, they pushed over the threshold there. They're losing out on it. They're still in P7, but they're going to have a lot of distance. They're going to have to cover. Something's going to have to happen if they want to come back. And they only have an hour. Speaking of which, looks like the Looks like it looks like GT leaders are actually having a little bit of a run-in with each other. Take a quick look at it. Saw it looked like the 91 and 8 were really close. Yeah, indeed they are. Number 8 and number 91 are fighting Project Triple Crown versus Blue Dolphin Racing over here.
So I'd imagine that we have a battle for the GT lead.
Yeah, late in the race after number 8 crew decided to come back at this point in the race. I don't think...
Now it's just a question of whether you can outsmart the other person or not. Because in order to get the lead in this type of racing, it's mostly just on the basis of playing mind games. You gotta outsmart the other one or just try to fake them to where they slip up. So either the 91 can hold his lead, or he slips up and gives it to the 8, or the 8 slips up and he possibly loses that one chance he has of taking the lead.
Okay. Speaking of which, it looks like 8's going a little wide here. So turn 1, they're very close to each other. Well, the question is because they're pushing so much. I mean, if anyone... At least my idea is if anyone starts doing fuel conservation here, these GT cars can go like 50 minutes without having to refuel, but that's not an hour.
Right.
It's like, I have a feeling that maybe a few people might have the idea to try and make it the full hour without having to pit.
Yeah, definitely. Pits are going to play a big factor in all of this.
Except for the hypercars. Hypercars going to have to worry about it because they have to pit.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's like when we were trying to figure out what our strategy was for Sebring, it was mostly a question of trying to figure out what we can do, whether short pitting works, long pitting works, and so that's a lot of things that a lot of endurance racers don't take into consideration.
Anytime we fuck it up. Yeah, we tried actually planning out stints for this, but we just didn't have enough info. It's a really long race. Just for our first time.
I mean, a lot can happen within an hour.
It could be 58 minutes. It seems like people are talking about Remo corner cutting. No idea what that's about, but...
Well, you can't have a fun race without some drivers being a little ambitious.
A little bit. A little bit.
I mean, you can't exactly ask a racer to follow the rule book because then they're going to find ways to get through it.
Everyone will find ways. That's kind of the glory of motorsport. I mean, everyone will find a little loophole. Once in a while. Volvo did it with the 850 Estate and BTCC. But they didn't succeed, but still.
And what has been the corner cut limit set for this?
It was 100, although I didn't see a penalty until someone got to 120. So I think they got a little lenient on it.
All those cuts still have to collectively add from the other one.
Speaking of which, Demon Noob has no laps in 89 corner cuts. Just wanted to give a little mention of that. Number 9's off again there, Jesus. And actually, speaking of corner cuts, 32 looked like he just took a big part of the first hairpin for some reason, T2. Unless it's T3, although I don't know because Americans seem to be absolutely terrible at naming turns correctly. Apparently, oh, and actually, John, good point. Good point. Pointing that out. Sniper in custody, potentially having a battle for the lead here. Something must have happened with the Irish Motorsport car because they were pushing it. They were pushing really hard. Now all of a sudden, they have Martini on their tail. Actually, speaking of that, Martini's taking the lead now.
Oh,
Something
wow.
really happened to Irish. Jacksepticeye Motorsport has decided to yield back to P2. And we have nearly 55 minutes remaining here. So, I mean, not really rooting for anyone, but we'll see if they can do anything. We'll hope we get a close battle here for the finish. Seems like, yeah, actually speaking, we're on strategy now. Triff's reporting that someone might have actually be extending their maximum driving time here in a second. And it looks like, yeah, it looks like Irish Motorsport will be taking the lead back. All right.
Oh, wow.
So we're gonna have a little bit of a fight here.
Yeah, but I mean, don't count out that 10. It's still in hot. He's still in
10's definitely in the fight. And actually, speaking of that, I don't know what happened. I missed out. I think we're gonna have to watch number 29 just made the overtake on. They're really gapped it. Number 29, equals Flutters for entry. Oh, they're going wide here. Don't point the cameras on it yet. All right, now point the cameras on it. Number 29, Clips Winners for entry, just past number 16. I don't know what happened. It looks like the number 16 isn't even anywhere around. 16's not even close. So unless 16 and 777 fell off, they don't seem to be in the fight much longer. So again, as we're looking in the GT field, number 8 did take the lead from the number 91 car.
Still got my eyes on that 10 car. It's getting exciting to see him try to catch that 5 car.
Well, I'll watch the GT field while you're doing that. Jesus, 8 and 91 are just so close to each other. But don't get me wrong, Project Triple Crown seems to be just doing strong in general. P2, P3, late into their race, they're putting pace in that car. This is an amazing late race. Yeah, Blue Dolphin have indeed taken the GT late. And actually, that's terrible news.
What do we got?
The number 10 car, the current driver is extending the maximum driving time. That is terrible strategy. They're gonna have to. There's 50 minutes remaining.
Yeah,
so they might have to pay a little
right
earlier.
Now, just neck and neck with that. It looks like he's taking the lead from the 5, actually.
Well, once the safety car happens, I think they're gonna have an issue. Lag issue. Never mind. I guess the 16 Triffons for a data overtake. Eclipse Motorsport number 29 entry. Again. So now Eclipse Motorsport's back to P5 and Triff Motorsport as there's number 16 hypercar. Right back to P4. Yeah, that number. Yeah, that number 10 issue. Oh, driver. Okay, never mind. But drive time issue. Apparently, drive time will not be enforced for final hour. So it looks like we will have. It looks like it won't be an issue. Five's in the grass. Hey, what happened? Yeah, see, we're just I'm getting a report that number 5 was just in the grass. And we have a slowdown in Sector 3. I don't know what happened in Sector 3, but apparently it's something. I'm trying to figure out what it is. It's just a random goof or something.
Probably. I will take a break here in just a second.
I'll keep with the mic while we're at it. Looks like number 8 for Blue Dolphin Racing has put a little bit of a gap between him and the number 91, but with under 50 minutes to go now, we're gonna have anything can happen really. Behind the wheel as was earlier, looking like he's getting really ambitious. Green flag's out. What?
Well, it seems that to me that the 10 and the 5 are just going back.
The 10 or 5 are, back and forth. I'm hearing things about number 5 cutting the grass for a second, apparently. So it's slow, and it's slowed on in Sector 1 now, so something must have happened.
I mean, a lot of these drivers, as much as they want to be out in the heat, they got to understand that. They just got to let the process work for themselves.
We have 2 cars in the pits. There. And right, the green flag. What was that? Hey, something? Looked like something happened. Oh well. Yep, it looks like somebody retired in T1. I think quite a few people retired actually.
Well, that's just how endurance racing goes. Not everyone can make the distance.
Still taking a look to the field. Then Belton number 8 is really extending his lead in the number 8 Blue Dolphin Racing Lamborghini.
Taking a look at that number 9 hypercar, BWT Cadillac Racing, he is trying his best to get that top 5. He's definitely got a lot of work cut out for him with 46 minutes left in the race. But I mean, if you're able to get a top 5 in one of the highest classes, I would consider.
Yeah. They already did really good in the race. I consider that good enough. I consider that a really good effort anyways, but you're still going to have a lot of distance to make up compared to the number 29 in front.
Oh, absolutely.
And actually speaking of it, he's fighting it with the 777 right now. I think 777 might be just about completing his overtake. Looks like he's on the grass there for a second. Go through the hairpin. They're really on each other. Oh, it looks like 777's just extending his lead on him. Fortunately.
Now, I mean, with the 29 and the 777 fighting each other, this could give the opportunity for the number 9 to catch back up.
Indeed. Taking a look at who else do we have to look at? Guy to the field. Look. And sad.
Oh, I think we got a car on pit road. We got the number 13 McLaren.
27-47 are on pit road. They've been pit a lot of times today.
Oh. So I got a driver.
Yeah, I'm just confirming.
With the number 13 McLaren. That driver's out of the car, and the number 13 McLaren. Oh, the number 13 McLaren just took an illegal merge back onto the track.
Wait, did he skipped the cones?
Yeah. Oh, and there.
He got you instantly. Yeah.
Wow.
That ain't gonna be good.
Oh yeah. As much as I hate to say it, this isn't your Forza Motorsport pit exit. I can give you that.
I was gonna say, I think he was playing a little bit too much Forza Motorsport right before this.
And they just did a driver swap too. That's gonna hurt them That's gonna hurt them tremendously. Oh.
Driver was playing a little bit too much.
We have a car stopped in the chicane, in the Le Mans chicane. Looks like the number 63 LMP2 is stuck. The Fan Studio 2 looks like he's stuck in the barrier here in the chicane. It looks like that's going to be a sector caution in the turn 2 chicane. Man, oh man, he is just wedged into that wall. They're trying to get him out right now.
Yeah, we have a few cars in pit actually.
Wow, that driver's not happy. I mean, if you get yourself stuck there,
I don't think I'd be happy either.
Looks like the number 63 has recovered and is now heading back out on track, but that definitely has dashed the chances for the 63 to keep up with the leaders. And as much as people say, you cannot afford mistakes in this type of racing, they just happen.
We have talks about someone speeding in paint line. Being above gear 1.
Uh-oh.
Specifically with Charizard. No clue when that would have been. Apparently it was naturally, but... Again, driver's pushing the envelope. Gonna look here. I think it's just been the Irish show and the prototypes today. Although now they're actually going to run for their money properly. And what happened? Hold on, what? 777. No, I can see the number 9 there in the background. 777 just overtook number 29 Eclipse Motorsport, Porsche 963.
Oh, looks like we got the number 26 hypercar just almost completely off track. It looks like he's been able to recover that.
26 are
I mean, with
farther
40
down their
minutes
order.
left in the race, this is when stuff starts to get exciting.
I know, everything's now getting... This was just like earlier in the race.
Everybody wants to gun for any position they can get possible. And I can imagine a lot of the people sitting in the back, you know, they're tired, they're irritated. It's time for them to go. They want to get as many positions as they can to at least have better results.
Number 10 and number 5 seem to be... Yeah, they're just on each other the entire time right now. Hirsch and Martini clearly understand the predicament they're in. They understand where they need to be before this race ends. And, apparently Tripp's mentioning there's an abandoned car somewhere.
No.
There's no yellow flag yet, so I don't know if it's off the track, but... Well, I guess if we see a yellow flag, we'll know. And number 20... it looks like number 23 is in the pits, and... I don't know what happened, but the 27... Both 27 and 47 Porsches are...
Number 31
still in their pit box.
On pit road. Oh.
And the number 24 Corvette's coming in. So both of the DoorDash Challenge Corvettes are in the pits, which will be for more than likely the last time today, unless something else happens.
Not sure what was happening with that 31. Oh, looks like we got a car stopped in the first turn.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, there's a GT Porsche stuck in T1 now.
Looks like he was trying to make... It looked like to me he was trying to make it through the turn, but then he just got stuck between the pit wall.
Jesus.
I can imagine all these mistakes.
T1 has just been...
I can imagine all these mistakes are being caused not only by the massive amounts of pressure they are trying to do to get
tiredness. They're more than likely tired. Some of these people have had to only done 2 drivers. This isn't. I mean, they're at the end of the day, they're not as much as some of these people are like top of the level Rolex racing. They're basically amateurs. They're gonna have mistakes made.
Right. Well, sometimes
all these guys are professional level.
I mean, it's sometimes whenever you include a lot of people who are amateur level or just people who are trying to get experience, it kind of brings that excitement that we can talk about. But I mean, keeping that in mind, you know, it's like everybody has to start somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember when I first started 9 years ago, my first ever... Oh, it looks like we got an LMP that spun!
Where?
In the international...
Oh, is that in turn 4?
In the international horseshoe. Not sure what LMP that was, but he managed to get back out on track. My goodness. I mean, but kind of going back to what I was saying is like Daytona has always had a nice history for me since technically it's like one of my home tracks and kind of like what I was saying, because everybody has to start somewhere. My first start in road racing, give it about 8
was that a Daytona race?
Exactly. It was a Daytona NASCAR Xfinity race. It was my first ever start. You know, I was a young kid. I thought I knew what I was doing. And at the end of it all, I found out that I finished dead last. After telling everybody, like, oh, yeah, I'm going to do so good. I'm going to be better than all of you. And then, lo and behold, I got humbled. But then 9 years later, you know, I've been able to collect a handful of championships, wins, And I've surrounded
Excellent.
myself with a
Anything.
really good team, and that's kind of what a lot of these amateur drivers need to realize. That it's like, unfortunately, yes, they got to learn the hard way that motorsport is hard, but then you
Motorsport's
have to
never
realize,
easy.
of course, but then you also have to realize that you need to surround yourself with the right people,
Like me.
and you learn from that too. I mean, if you end up losing a race, you don't dwell on losing. You think, why did you lose, and how are you going to do better for the next race?
That's what we thought of when we came out of Sebring with a P7 finish. I mean, yeah, we kind of celebrated a tiny bit, but immediately after we realized we really need to evaluate some things.
I
Yeah.
can't exactly say the same, considering our team, Sierra Rossini Motorsport, won the 2.4 hours of Sebring in the GT category. But I mean, it's been the culmination of a lot of learning that we've taken within endurance racing, as well as partnering ourselves with the people.
Oh no, you're not joking.
Oh.
Number 8 disconnected. Turn 9.
Oh.
No.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's horrible.
Is this in one of the NASCAR turns?
No, turn 9.
Oh my
I
goodness.
don't know if that is one of the NASCAR. I don't know if that is one of the NASCAR turns. I haven't seen it.
Trying to get a visual on it right now.
Apparently reported for something. Yeah, Delta. Delta was in number 8. That is horrible. Why is it interrupting? Oh my god. They were running very good, and then they just had absolute the gift of endurance racing, especially at a track like Daytona. Just must have hit.
I mean, the thing about Daytona is, like,
yeah, there will be no compensation.
yeah, first of all, like myself, I mean, I've won plenty of Daytona 500s and a bunch of other races at Daytona to know that Daytona is a very unforgiving track, no matter the configuration. Let's see. Oh, we got one of the Ford GTs coming down pit road right now. Seems a bit fast coming in, but looks like he'll come in for service, which is seems to miss his pistol. He's the number 2 Ford GT. Seems to be in the number 51 pit stall.
It's been a lot of things in the pits this afternoon.
Looks like the number 2
This morning too.
Just parked.
Hello.
Hello.
Bro, I can't even get back in the game. I left. I can't get back in. Is it still slocked? No. I'm in. Bro, we're fucked.
That's one way to put it.
No, that's not the problem. We did a driver change, and everything was gonna be good for it.
Wait. Don't tell me you're the McLaren that took the Forza Motorsport pit exit.
No. So,
Okay, thank
we did a driver change. The driver got in there and then disconnected the second he got in the car. So I didn't know he wasn't in the car.
And who is this?
Charizard.
Pixel,
And what car are you?
the 59,
Oh, okay.
the one that was driving like a fucking psycho.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're Remo. Yay.
Dude, I mean, I was actually driving like a psychopath.
Well, I mean, just speaking to the viewers right now, we definitely have some drivers that are a bit more passionate than others. But, it looks like the 10 car has just come into the down pit road for service. Not sure if any
We
drivers.
basically had to take an extra pit stop. Because someone told me there's no one in the car, so I just didn't get in and start driving because what else am I supposed to do? Let it sit there, do nothing? Now I'm like, okay, I can't finish this race. If I drive normally, I'm probably gonna get too many CCs and we get a penalty anyways. So we might as well put in our closer with 100 CCs that you can use to his heart's content. which it doesn't seem like he's using even.
I think we got the reason for number 8 being disconnected. Someone, P1 to P5, someone reported Delta for saying bruh. And I quote from Silver.
Are we even on the lead lap?
I don't even know.
I can't even open the lap thing anymore. It doesn't work.
I just know my driver's on P4 and I'm happy. Wait, what happened to number 10?
The
number 10 pit?
The number 10.
Yeah, he pit. Did he actually have to change drivers or no?
I don't believe so.
No, he didn't.
That's dumb. Anyways, you'll probably see me on that team next race. Because I'd rather drive with Jose, who I actually know,
Right.
instead of with this team that's been run like absolute shit. Plus, all the races are shorter, so honestly, we could split the races. I mean, I'm obviously not as fast as...
shorter races.
Oh,
This is the longest race of the season.
speaking of
Yeah.
races, with 31 minutes left into the race, what are some of the things that we could expect to see here?
I think we can expect to see Eclipse Motorsport at the podium. I'm just saying that out of personal bias.
I don't know if we're gonna get on the podium. We should, or should have, because I was running third. But then we had this whole thing happen.
We were running P1 at one point, actually.
Howdy.
Really into the race.
Yeah.
Howdy.
I mean, since this restart,
Custody Cab, the man himself.
what's good?
Yeah, this is the guy that was playing with Sniper just
That
now.
was a little chaotic.
Dude, what?
Like, it's still going. It's still chaotic.
Bro, I'm in the 59. We're so fucked over. Do you know what happened to us?
Not quite.
So, we do a driver swap, because I was trying to meet the time, and then also I'm like, CCs get reset, we can just go full pace. So we do that. But then so we do the driver swap. He gets in the car, then he disconnects. But I don't see him get disconnected because I'm not looking in the car to see if he's actually in there.
Oh, so you're just kind of sitting there thinking he's still
So the
there.
car was just sitting there. I have no idea where we're running right now.
No, I'm much happier that we actually have a race to talk about because earlier, I think like right before we went off, everyone went off the break. The second time we went to break, we were talking about sobriety being legal in iRacing.
Yeah, I brought that up.
Charizard was there. He's the one that brought that up. He was like, I wonder how sobriety in iRacing is, or something like that.
I mean, they're technically not supposed to.
I think this is a good opportunity to ask Cap about what.
Dude, apparently we're doing a masterclass in dog shit. Because one of our drivers' games also crashed. So I don't know. We're done.
Alright, well, now we have Kevin here. We have to do it.
Yeah. So
Maybe it's
definitely,
international.
Definitely, Cap.
Can someone open the lap menu and tell me?
Oh, I can tell you that. Hold on.
So I can't open it.
I'm leading.
It
Eclipse Motorsport's leading.
Is Remo on the lead lap?
Number 5. Where Remo? Yeah, you're on the lead lap.
Okay, at least we're on the lead lap.
Technically, you're not. But that's only because
we don't cross the line
that's
yet.
only because I don't believe 29 has hit yet.
Well, we're about to cross right now.
Yeah, you're about to be in the lead lap.
So, yeah, we're still on the lead lap, but like.
Yeah, but anyways, we really need to get to our interview with Cab, or else we're not going to have enough time to finish the race.
I understand you're passionate about it, but we definitely want to hear from you.
Yeah.
So, Cab, with your experience, with your time in the car, and I exactly remember you from the 2.4 hours of Sebring. So, kind of comparing apples to oranges here. How's it been for you in the car so far?
I mean, there's some similarities and there's some differences. This tune is absolutely on rails. In both cars, there's a bit of understeer, or that might be an understatement, but they're similar in that state where, especially as the tires wear out, the understeer increases, so you have to be pretty patient with it.
I mean, yeah, you definitely have a point with that. I think we've seen that with a lot of different drivers. We've definitely seen a lot of people going a bit off course, losing control of their cars. I believe, we had an LMP2 earlier just get stuck into the wall entirely, and they were definitely not happy about that. But definitely with your time in the car, and with just 27 minutes left on the clock, what do you think we could expect to see in the end result?
Well, we put vibes in for the final stint. We'll see what happens. I'm not really pleased with how the race has gone. Keep in mind we had a 2-lap lead before the restart, and now both CCs and driver time is being nullified. So it's just chaos now. There's hardly any rules.
Right.
So well, it kind of makes me feel like the 7 other hours we stuck around for has kind of been for nothing.
Yeah.
My power finally came back on.
I could definitely imagine how that is, but I mean, that's kind of I think everybody here can accept the fact that that's kind of been the unforgiving type of racing that we all decide to get ourselves into, for better or for worse. But yeah, it was definitely great having you, and I hope your team is able to put together something for the end laps here. No
problem. Yeah, I'm sure Vibes is giving it his best.
Well, we'd definitely love to hear it. People, if you're just tuning in, this is the Robex 8 at Daytona with the SEIKO World Endurance Championship. Currently 26 minutes left in the race. We've got the number 10 Martini Racing Porsche out front leading the overall class, with the number 5 Irish Motorsport chasing him down in second, and the number 16 Triff Motorsport chasing him down in third.
There's a car in the middle in section 22.
Oh, I'm sorry. Who was that?
Sorry. My power just came back on.
Oh, okay. Were you one of the drivers in the field?
No, I'm a commentator.
Oh, right. Well, I mean, we're glad to have you joining us, and it's definitely been a show here these past couple hours, especially since the restart. I mean, even though it's only been the span of about 45 minutes, we've had drivers going off course, losing a lot of their leverage, and I mean, definitely tempers flaring, especially with the 64 showing his displeasure. But I mean, looking back at it, the 64 definitely, should have treated that situation a bit better, because I mean, if you get stuck into the wall, that's kind of on you. Of course, we all make mistakes, and sometimes we just gotta own up to it. But taking a look through the field right now, I mean, with the most of the overall lead in mind, it's just been the number 10 and number 5 just going back and forth at each other.
Just looking at my track.
I think one of the things that I think we have to address that has really brought a lot of people together is the colorful amount of liveries that these drivers have been able to put together. One of the ones that have really caught my eye is that number 24 Corvette GT3 that has the Jeff Gordon Flame paint scheme, which I think is an absolutely wonderful design with everything they've been able to put together. Definitely some designs more ambitious than others, some borrowing from popular paint schemes and everything, but
why did whoever designed the scheme for the number for the 169, they actually added a KU logo on it.
Which number?
169. It's in spawn area and pit road.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Taking a look through the field now. Oh, it looks like we've got a pitter in number 8, Lamborghini GT. Looks like he's taking a pit stop here. Getting his service done and everything. And looks like he'll be heading back out on track.
There's so many dead cars on pit road right now.
Oh, we got the 62 LMP on the apron. Back out on the track. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me that if a lot of these drivers start to lose their line and everything, especially with a lot of the pressure they're feeling, with just 22 minutes left in the race.
Can you just imagine if this game had collisions added?
Well, we definitely would have more to talk about with drivers running into each other and everything, but as much as people, old heads like myself, are a little bit indifferent with non-collision racing, I would say that I'm for it when it comes to endurance racing, because it really puts yourself as the driver to the test to be able to maintain that speed and just keep up with everybody else.
Yes.
And when it comes to that kind of racing, because I mean, I've mentioned before that I'm on the I come from the NASCAR side of road racing, so with that in mind,
Oh, I also came from the NASCAR side of road racing as well.
oh really?
Yeah, I've been doing this since 2017, but I had to retire. I had to temporarily retire for a bit so I could focus on this.
Well, that's interesting. Yeah, I've been at it for 9 years actually, so that's about as far back as 2014. And I can definitely say that our type of racing has evolved since then. I mean, endurance racing has just become more and more popular as the years have gone by. And as much as I hate it for road NASCAR, just kind of seeing it in a bit of decline right now, I would say that I'm all for it when it comes to endurance racing because of the excitement that it has and how much in competition it invites from different people across the world, even.
I'm surprised y'all been on the air for 8 hours. Ain't y'all tired? Second.
Well, I mean, that number 10 and that number 5 have just been at odds with each other this entire race when it comes to the overall lead. And in my opinion, that's what makes it exciting. But to keep in mind, one of these drivers is going to slip up eventually. I just have to say it. That's kind of the elephant in the room. But I mean, even if you're able to maintain that pace for a while, you could take one wrong move and then just lose it entirely. But looking at it now, that number 10 has put a gap on that number 5 with, coming right here, just 20 minutes left in the race. 20 minutes left here in the Robex 8 Hours of Daytona, with the number 10 holding a really strong lead over the number 5. Those two guys, it doesn't surprise me that they've been going back and forth, but I could definitely see that number 10 trying to extend that lead, for better or for worse.
And back on air. Hello again, gentlemen.
Oh, welcome back. Like we were saying before, the number 10 has definitely extended his lead over the number 5, but of course, there has to come a time where they do slip up eventually.
With under 20 minutes to go, that's about the last thing he's going to want to do.
Exactly, but...
So what exactly has happened in the past 10 minutes, plus the interview with Cabby?
Well, just a constant back and forth between the 10 and the 5, but it seems that miraculously the 10 has been able to extend his lead over second place. But kind of peeking through the field right now, not much has changed since then.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it.
One of the things we did discuss was like the amount of diverse liveries and paint schemes that a lot of these drivers have been able to put together. A lot of them driving inspiration from older times,
real liveries,
racing.
Yeah.
Even taking them from other forms of motorsport like NASCAR,
or shoving car manufacturers onto their own livery. Which, interesting enough, actually speaking of that, our number 10, our leader, There's a Piaggio logo on the rear left and the rear right fender. For some reason.
Really? I never
I was
noticed.
playing yeah, I just noticed that just now looking at it.
Hold on.
There's a few others, I think. I mean,
Oh yeah.
and there's that whole, there is also that Jaguar, there's that Jaguar thing, obviously.
Oh my gosh.
One LMP2 car. We have DoorDash, we have DoorDash Challenge, we have BWT number 9 car, which actually I'll justify that livery. I think it looks beautiful.
The 169 car has a Caillou sponsor on it.
Oh yeah, he does have Caillou on it. Remember that now.
I gotta say, one of the more ambitious ones have
Sad
been
life if he wants that as a sponsor.
one of the more ambitious ones have been the number 24 Corvettes. With getting inspiration from Jeff Gordon.
There's where else was it? Well, just had it. I'd actually say that the number 91, 92 both looked absolutely beautiful. Speaking of which, I think they're fighting for the lead now. I think it's going to be a fight between teammates.
Oh?
Yeah, it is. Project Triple Crown's but I have a fight within itself.
Number 91 and 90. Yeah, they're definitely.
This is gonna get a little. This is gonna get a little interesting.
Definitely mirrors. I can't remember if it was the 2021 or 2022 Rolex 24 where both Porsches took each other out trying to get to the category.
I think. I did.
Definitely mirrors that. I say that as the overall leader just gets by both of them, but being a team owner myself, I always welcome teammates to challenge each other. But if it's of course, you kind of have to put your foot down if it gets to a point where it's going to result in both of you losing the race. Fortunately, I can't remember the last time I've had something like that happen on the side of my organization. But, there may be a day where that comes. And, of course,
particularly NASCAR leagues. Particularly T-chassis leagues where, contact is a thing.
Oh my god!
Lucky enough, I haven't had to deal with that yet because we haven't done much T-chassis racing.
Well,
thanks to Knockout Quali.
It's definitely not that bad as some people make it to seem. But it's definitely something that you have to get used to, because unlike A chassis, where it drives like a real car, T chassis is definitely something that you have
I feel like T chassis is a little more challenging, honestly.
It is because everyone sets up the cars differently, and you have to work your way around it. Because I remember when I first started out, everything was like non-vision lag, everything was non-vision lag, or actually no, it was vision lag and can collide. And so it was basically a race to where and you have to think, I came from the old school days of road racing, so we had to spend most of our time trying to make sure we didn't clip into each other, we didn't take each other out with that amount of uncertainty. And I would say that amount of uncertainty
brings up
stress levels, and it brings up that adrenaline.
Think of it as Bubbles IndyCar game. You're trying to race trucks side by side, and out of nowhere you just you just hit them and you're airborne up into the fence.
Exactly. I can't tell you how many times that's happened. I believe that happened one time when I was the race where I won my first Daytona 500, and this was in the era where like death walls were a thing, and I remember I think I clipped into somebody. It caused me to spin down the back stretch, and I lost the entire roof on the car. And I ended up anyway.
Bro, death walls were the worst.
Yeah,
I hated them.
I've had my fair share of history for them. Personally, I'm not the biggest advocate for them, but considering how a lot of people still use them, I can't exactly stop that. But I'll tell you what's not stopping is the clock, because we've got 14 minutes into the race.
Beautiful transition, by the way.
Thank you.
Actually, it's a really good.
But yeah, with 14 minutes left, I can imagine all these drivers, the leaders, they have their heartbeats pounding, while the people behind them are just sweating bullets right now. We're taking a look back up through the field. I'm trying to figure out who's the leading LMP2.
I don't know. I think it's probably the Irish Motorsport. Yeah, it's the Irish Motorsport number 51. Followed up by the number 22, 19. And I think number 64.
I'm starting to feel a bit of that bias too, because I'm kind of rooting for the 22 for here in LMP2. I mean, just looking at that, the way he was able to construct it, like in similarity to Joey Logano's 2022.
That's what I mentioned.
Is impressive to me.
I've ever slightly feeling it for the number 4. For the number 4 Irish Motorsport Porsche GT, where did they pick that? Because they picked Cadillac. Same time.
It looks like we've got the number 38 coming in for some service. He is now leaving pit road. Oh, he just kind of tags the cones coming out of pit road, but he didn't do that.
Wait, number 38's in GT.
Yeah.
Oh wait, then that means number 38 was the leader.
Oh wow.
We ignored that the whole time. Oh my god. Yeah, that's a Lamborghini.
Oh my goodness.
I completely forgot about the 38. 38. Wow, they came out of nowhere. All right.
For all the people viewing this stream right now, I definitely want to apologize for the language that our other guests.
Him. He had that language earlier.
That's a bit just how racers are. Whenever racers are heated, we definitely tend to say things we don't mean.
Oh yeah, I'll say some. Whatever happens under the helmet stays under the helmet.
Absolutely. I need to step away for a bit.
Seems like
we'll be right back.
Yeah. Unfortunate timing, because it looks like the 38 is falling all the way to the back. Not all the way to the back, but they've fallen behind the number 8, Dolphin Racing entry. And they're located in P5. We have 7 minutes to go here. And once the number 92 is inherited the lead from its number 91 cousin. And just taking a look at things. God.
All right, and we are back.
I kind of just remembered that the Irish Motorsport apparently sponsored by the United States Air Force.
All right.
At least number 4 cars and Peace T. Although I do really like their livery. It's based off the 787, obviously. They did their own thing. Capable Mekki is in the car for them right now.
With the number 63. Or not the 63.
I'm gonna chill with the cursor.
Oh, there's number 16.
Oh my god.
NASCAR turn 1. I definitely can see
under 7 minutes to go. We had just under 7 minutes to go. Oh wait, is that slow number 91?
Oh.
No, never mind. It isn't. It looked like 91 and 92 were slow. No, actually, they're fighting it out right now. 91 and 92 have been on it the entire race now.
Well, those sponsors in the back stretch are just fire.
Looking back at the hypercar field, the number 29 Clips Motorsport car is having a brawl with the number 9 BWT Cadillac Racing entry. Both of them are their speed turn now. They haven't even hit the bus stop. So as much as they're on the lead lap, they're so far off from even the number 16 in P3. Guess I'll go back to watching the GT field here. Jesus, everything just ramped right back up. We have
GT
under 6 minutes to go now.
Actually, the most slowest cars I've ever seen in race.
I'm still wondering what the hell happened to the. Oh well, they're gone. It looks like we've had 4 more retirements. 77 Nitro DC racing car, which not their first time retiring today.
there was
Fortunately.
there was a lot of cars that were just retiring on practice. Last
Was it
week.
the 222, the 47, made by literally 47 Racing, and the number 15 SP Racing entry. So,
By the way, whoever is the person that's wearing the furry helmet, this looks cursed.
the good thing is that's not me. Unless you're talking about, you might be talking about, are you talking about Silver?
Oh, that's him? Okay.
Wait, are you talking about in the pit?
Yes.
Yeah, that's Silver. The robot visor.
There's a lot of dead cars. There's like one more car back here.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of dead cars, and we're on. Actually, I don't think the Rima Motorsport entry is even number 59 car. I'd be surprised if they're even still out there.
10 car down into the chicane. Man, he is just extending those tires down to the grass with the number 5 in hot pursuit doing the same thing.
Number 5 and number 10, that might give us a little bit of a show here in the final.
And we're definitely
these
coming
final
into the
minutes of
final
the
laps
race.
here, so it's game time.
We're gonna be
It's
pushing
time to
hard.
go.
I'd say
Sometimes
3 laps to go now.
I
Three
I was
laps to
just
go in this
deciding.
race.
Definitely
Where
time to
we got at the
Speaking of the
line?
battle, there's that battle for the GT lead is still there between the teammates.
By the way, where we are at the line, y'all had me commentating by myself.
It's probably on break.
5 still catching.
What? Or bring it in there. I mean,
So there's two cars. There's two cars in the garage area, and there's someone standing on top of the garage area.
So
That's
looking
not
at the
good.
battle between the teammates in the GT, they just maybe like have
Pretty
a 4 to 5
so-
car gap from each other.
running for you, Santi. Really, I imagine they're gonna bring it home. But I'm really rooting for Santi right now.
By the way, the fan attendance is low. Sadly.
29 and yeah, it looks like 29 and 9 are really gonna put on a show for us in these final upcoming laps. As even they're farther back, but
Wait, who's in the?
I don't imagine number 16 is gonna catch up. So I think it's just gonna be. If 10 makes a slip up. Speaking of which, here's the number 91 and 92 loss leaders for GT. They're absolutely dominating GT right now.
Who's leading right now?
Number 10 is leading for the Hypercar class. The number 51 Irish Motorsport entry is leading for the P2 class. And for the GT class, it's the number 91 Project Triple Crown Porsche.
What's the number?
91.
I'm gonna say name. My bad.
Name? I don't know. I don't know either names.
And come right here through the turns, through the chicanes. He's got that pedal pushed all the way to the floor, trying to keep some distance on.
62 cars, a stop and go.
Oh man.
Oh,
That guy has not been
damn.
having a good race at all.
62. Last
Well,
it looks like we're coming back to the flag for one final time here.
it seems that we will be coming to the white flag, so we're following I'm currently following the number 10, seeing him go through these final turns.
Oh, someone's went off. Someone's really far off.
Oh,
Coming out of turn 1. At least it looked like they were going far off.
Hold on, I'm trying to see who.
It's taking a completely different route around the circuit.
Is that loud?
No, and I believe you'll be getting a DSU for that.
Oh man, well
I just saw
they're
LP2 take the motorcycle circuit.
They are done, man. Oh my, we have 46 seconds left on the
I
clock.
believe I just saw. And
By the
race
way-
ends at 6:37.
by the way, y'all, this is Todd. Sorry for
Number
holding
10
you for
through
the
the back, through the
I had
Lamont
to-
chicane.
There was two stuff I had to do, and my power was out.
And 4.
All right, Chip. Still,
26 seconds left on the clock. The 62
actually,
it
looks like this will be the
62 is now in pit road.
looks like this will be the final lap, right here.
So this will be the
No,
white
no.
flag.
Isn't it when the timer goes off? It's the final lap.
Oh,
It's-
looks like this
Yeah,
will be the
normally.
white flag this time by. That number
See?
The number 10 Martini Racing Porsche, can he hold on just for one more lap to claim
He's gonna
victory
have to,
here
he's gonna have
in
to
the
really
Robex
hold it on.
at Daytona?
I'm gonna watch Santi here. Santi's in a
Oh,
spot of
63 is
butter.
stuck.
63
The
is
63 is stuck.
63 stuck.
In the Lehman chicane.
Oh, I see him. He's stuck right there. In the-
No.
What will this spell for
That
the
is
race?
not a great
He's-
way to end your race.
Is he stuck in the backstretch?
Yes, he is. He's stuck in one of the signs on the backstretch. Chicane. And here comes the number 10 coming up to the Le Mans chicane as we bring it up.
Dang, he's actually stuck.
And
Oh, that's a picture for the
Here he
day.
comes through the Le Mans chicane, out through turns 3 and 4. The number 10 Martini Racing Porsche. Can he pull it off here with the number 5 in hot pursuit behind him? Coming through turns
and number
3
20.
and 4.
There we go.
Just trying to hold on here to the finish. And here he comes to the flag. The number 10 Martini Racing Porsche is your overall
Man.
winner here at the 8 Hours of Daytona.
My oh my.
Beautiful.
Guys.
Beautiful battle.
Now we move our way down to the GT field, or I'm sorry, the LMPT
Oh yeah, it's
field.
gonna be
What do we
between
got?
91 and 92.
What do we
GT
got
field.
for the
Between the 91 and 92.
LMPT field?
They're coming down the front stretch.
91 and 92 or looks like it'll be number 91 out of that affair.
Oof.
Looks
Number
like Triple Crown
5.
gonna be extremely
Are we gonna-
happy with that result.
Number 5 is not happy with the result of that finish.
Is there a possible chance that we could have a post race show? If it's possible.
We can possibly. It's up to Gene.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
number
If we're
4,
doing
way
it.
off. He just darts down pit road.
Oh, Gene said that we can do a post race show. He said yes.
That was definitely a race to be seen.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if there's gonna be a chance if it's in Bethia Lane.
Jesus. Chaotic.
Man.
Absolutely chaotic finish.
Someone is trying to get out of the. Someone is trying to get out of that wall thing that is stuck. 63.
I can definitely imagine tempers are
Beautiful.
flaring for those who have not had the best finish
Yeah.
of the race at all. But taking a look through the unofficial results of the race, the number 10 Martini Racing Porsche finishes first. The number 5 Irish Motorsport Cadillac finishes second. The number 16 Trifts Motorsport finishes third. The number 25 Eclipse Motorsport finishes
29. Hey, 29.
fourth. Oh, my mistake.
Yeah, that's right. There you go.
The number 9 BWT Cadillac Racing will finish in 5th. And I believe rounding out the hypercar field is the 777 in 6th.
And yeah, number 10's doing burnouts there, along with the number 92 and the 91 Porsche's well-deserved burnouts for both of them.
And I can definitely see a lot of controversy rising among the other
Yeah,
drivers.
it looks like
That's
we're already
kind of
going to have
one of
a...
the That's one of the things we were bringing up is like the drive time of the driver.
Yeah, we were definitely bringing it up, but whenever
honestly, I think it's better to let the officials figure it out.
yeah, I think I'm not gonna make any statements on it.
Here, we might actually get a post race show, but I don't know if the cars are gonna be in victory lane.
Well, we know that a lot of drivers are going to have
Some
that's-
passionate words of encouragement for our devs and officials.
Oh, that's
For sure.
definitely how the game goes. I'm not innocent of that. Let me tell you.
I don't think I am either, but
We have let's go and get some interviews from Minion.
And just to clarify, Minion was the driver of which car?
Oh,
On my front porch street,
gosh.
can't be getting an interview.
some little shrimp beginning to boil. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Wasted away again in Margaritaville.
Evan, you scared me, man.
Searching for my lost shaker of salt.
How was that?
There's a woman to blame, but I know it's nobody.
Okay, I definitely think that if you wish to have a karaoke session, you can do that on your own time. But definitely with post-race interviews in mind, we're gonna see who we can bring in here.
Did the race
We have
end?
Reese in here. Hey, we have Reese in here. We should have Reese.
We have we got James in here as well.
Did the race end?
No.
Oh, hello everyone.
James.
Hey there.
How are we doing?
How long till the race ends?
It's over. It ended.
James Valls, why did you replace Sergeant with Alvin?
Cool.
Who?
Why'd you replace Sergeant with Alvin?
I don't know what you're talking about, fella. Anyways, can we
my
talk
God.
about the number 10 car? Come on, guys. I mean,
Yeah, alright, let's talk about the number 10.
2 hours over drive time on the main driver. Can we I mean, if you're gonna break your own rules, bro, kill yourself. Oh my god.
Oh, very good.
Let's talk about it, because like the number 10 car, it was one driver. It was one driver.
Get him out of here. Get him
And
out of here.
everything that you are saying is being recorded at this moment. So
Dude, that's awesome sauce. All right, let it be heard. Okay.
Nope. Goodbye.
Yeah,
Nope.
no.
I think
I stayed for a moment.
that was kind of one of the things I was worrying about. But here we are with the overall winner with Jose. We definitely were watching you the entire time. That was a definitely good showing by you. What are you gonna say about that?
All I gotta say is I appreciate every one of my teammates, especially King, who stayed by me the whole race pretty much after he came in to replace me for the middle stints. So it's a great race to win, and I feel really honored to win.
That was a great fight between you and the number 5 Irish Motorsport
Yeah,
entry,
and everyone
all the
that's
way to
something
the
we
end.
wanted to bring up is like, what was that battle like between you and the number 5? Just trying to come down to the last hour of the race.
The early stint, I was just trying to fake him out into the pits, but after I saw that the undercut would be more useful, I went for the undercut, and it got me the position in the end. So really helpful on the tire strategy today.
Oh,
Let me go ahead and grab
Okay,
the question.
I don't really should be asking about this question, but there's obviously going to be a lot of controversy around driver time following the race. Do you have anything to say about that?
Right now, I just gotta say that I pushed the limits and I barely went under, because if the 2-hour race did go by hand, I would be basically out of the car by the end. But that 1 hour restart really helped me, and it ended at 6:37. So yeah.
I believe my chat is broken.
Yeah, it is. As you can see, I'm currently down in victory lane as the GT, the hypercar, are now in victory lane. Get in the picture.
Well, I can definitely. One of the things that I was talking about was like, just you can definitely see the dominant showing between Porsche in not only the GT class but in the hypercar class too.
Oh, really?
Kind of like what I was mentioning before with the whole cult of personality movement and everything. But once again, congratulations to you, Jose, for winning this race.
And that's how we
Definitely
speak.
awesome
How we
play.
speak
Yeah,
to
thank you so much.
Cadillac entry, actually. And we speak with Freeze over here, owner of Irish Motorsport.
Absolutely.
And now the LMP2 winner is Gina.
Irish Motorsport. Actually, it was Irish bonus for yeah. One LMP2. You got P3 in GT, and you got exciting battle for P2. All the way to the end of the race, and number 5 Cadillac there.
Well,
So,
Reese,
I mean,
you definitely put on a good showing for us in the LMP2 class. What do you have to say about your victory here at Daytona?
I'd say the victory for LMP2 in general feels pretty good, but overall it was just not a good race. It should have been delayed. The red flag and then not putting the stats to where they were really caused a ton of issues. And then just issues with drive time with like a ton of the cars, and then no CC limits basically for the last hour sprint of the race. Just made the race so much less than what it should have been.
Well, when it comes to, I think a lot of us as racers, when we talk about officiating and everything, you know, we definitely have ideas of how it can go better, why it should have been better. But I mean, at the end of the day, we can definitely bring up our own opinions with the sanctioning body. But I mean, kind of focusing on the positive, we were watching you the entire time within LMP2, and we were definitely impressed. So for what it's worth, congratulations to you and your team.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming in. We're now going to accept. Now 3 people that want to come up on the stage, and we're going to choose.
Let's talk to our DT winner. Oh no, wait, we already talked to him.
oh,
Did
yeah.
we? No, we didn't.
No, we didn't talk to Dowsy. Yeah, K-Full Meki.
All right, GT winner. How do you feel?
I'm not the GT winner. But
Oh wait,
I'm like-
you got P. No, you got
I got
you got
third.
P2.
Yeah. No, I got
No,
I got P2.
I think you did. Wait, were you? No, wait, were you in the?
I was in a Mazda.
Logitech?
I was in a Mazda.
Oh yeah.
A Mazda Porsche.
Yeah, the quote unquote Mazda, wannabe Mazda.
All right, buddy.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, I think
All
now
right,
we've got
buddy.
our GT winner in the voice chat. So, GT winner here at Daytona in that Porsche. What do you think?
I think it's amazing. I got signed yesterday.
Signed
no
just
practice.
yesterday.
Oh, wow.
I believe it was yesterday. Maybe 2 days ago.
Triple Crown's not gonna regret that one, man.
Yeah, great race. Just good effort from every driver in the car. So, I think Garam fell asleep in the last stint, but we collected it.
That's just
Now,
crazy.
we gotta talk about the elephant in the room. You having that really good battle with your teammate. What was that like?
We were just chilling together, actually. Yeah, we had a good race. We had the same pace. So we didn't really care who would finish in front. It was good for the team anyway.
That was a
definitely
that was
the
a
team
great
effort.
showing
I mean-
from your team. We were getting really excited in the booth about your little.
I mean, speaking as a team owner, speaking as a team owner myself, it's both exciting and scary when I see
Scary.
both my cars fighting for the lead, because it's like on one hand you're like, oh yeah, this is great, we're doing great, but on the other hand you're just biting your nails saying like, oh please don't screw each other over.
Yeah, we got warned at the start. We were fighting as well. We got warned to not push as hard to actually try and win.
Well, absolutely. Well, hey,
Yeah, all
once
went
again,
great.
congratulations to you and your team. You definitely ran a good race
Thanks.
out there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and go.
PTC is going to be very happy with that one. And
Topic. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go ahead and go eat my dinner.
All right, we'll see you later then, Toddy. And we have Vibes here. Vibes, where are you from?
I was in the number 5.
Number 5.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you probably have some thoughts about late race. Don't you?
That's the only thing I can really say. They just changed their rules on the fly and then didn't alert us before the start about the rule change. I would have been okay with it, like somewhat, if they told us before they green flagged from the red. But them saying it 20 minutes after the start, them announcing it 20 minutes after the start from the red flag just threw a wrench in it completely and just ruined the race utterly, along with the 2 red flags. At that point, with 2 red flags for game-breaking things, that race was either A, to be called, or B, to be restarted and delayed. That was just unacceptable, I'll be honest.
Yeah,
Well,
definitely.
Honestly, I definitely can say it. A lot of these, under the circumstances, it definitely could have gone a lot worse. But I mean,
Yeah, but
I think last year's race unironically ran better than this, and it was a full 24.
yeah.
well, I mean, as a racer, you know, sometimes you can't. Sometimes the races are good. Sometimes they're not. Sometimes we just got.
I drive in real life, but I've never had a race ran this bad, and I've seen some horrible races officiated in my time.
Wait. Oh, what do you drive? Wait, what do you drive in real life? I'm interested.
I do X30 in karting.
X30.
Yeah.
Okay, well that means he's a basic guy. All right.
Well,
I'm joking.
I almost bought a Rock VLR. I almost bought a Rock VLR, but it's an X30.
Yeah, I'm joking. It's amazing that you do stuff like that in real life.
Is my chat broken? Hold on.
I think it probably is.
Yeah, but even then, it was just. It felt like they basically, with that final red flag and then restarting instead of with 2 hours 30 with an hour and just time skipping 90 minutes all of a sudden, I feel like it just ruined the whole race along with not adjusting the CC limit for the shorter duration.
Yeah, that was a little bit hectic from the officiating side. I think they.
Yeah, I think like right toward the end, I could say that this for every driver, and like not just me and number 10. Everyone was doing this. I was watching drivers flat out the chicane. I was watching people just absolutely abuse.
I was noting that too. It just looked like people were cutting a lot more corners.
Well, it was 100 CCs we had as a budget. We could just say, screw it, send it. That doesn't matter.
Literally. Yeah, you guys even put.
Especially with me and custom switching, that gives us 200 CCs, and that's no point for us to even comply by rules at that point.
Yeah, fortunately, but. I quite literally saw an LMP2.
Oh, yeah, I saw that too. That was fucking hilarious.
That was.
That was right in front of me. That was beautiful. And then also the 777, absolutely saying, I don't want to do the infield anymore. He only skipped the whole infield. That was beautiful.
Yeah, I just watched an LMP2 doctor use the motorcycle layout all of a sudden.
Oh, with the motorcycle? How the hell did you get there?
I think it was the motorcycle layout. At least it was like I remember Forza Motorsport 7 they had a layout and it was using that part.
Motorcycle layout is no wait, he took just a short. He took a
no, not the motorcycle layout. He just took a shorter layout. Yeah,
that's what I saw too. The 777 did that, and then he also straight lined the chicane the same lap.
Beautiful. Yeah, but yeah, you and number 10 put on a really good show for the whole last hour, basically.
I feel like it would have been so much better if they adjusted the CCs so that it would have been a fair fight and not just who knows the most cut exploits on the track. And B, so I wish it was 2 hours 30 instead of an hour 7 that they restarted the red flag from.
Yeah, but the hour 7 thing made it a lot more. They made it a lot more interesting because it was a full out.
I mean, yes, but then it's just the CCs again ruined it. It was just literally just a matter of exploits.
We definitely enjoyed talking to you, and you definitely tried to put on a good race out there.
Yeah, great job to you guys at Irish Motorsport. Thank you for your time.
2-man effort. Remind me never to do that again. That was.
All right.
I'll remind you, vibes. Don't worry about it.
Thank you.
Okay,
Irish Motorsport teammates.
It's my turn. It's the main event. It's me.
Shut up, Campbell. Let's shut up.
Bro, go ahead, sit down. Go ahead, sit down. This is my time.
No. I'll make you sit down in my bed.
Man, whoa. I mean, I wouldn't mind. All right.
Okay, now I'm gone.
Oh, no. All right, good.
All right, well, we've got you in the booth. How was the race for you?
I mean, it was pretty good. Qualifying was all right. Race was all right until like the second half where everything just kind of started going down. With all the glitches, the pit limiters, and cars teleporting onto Mars for some reason. And then the red flags and like the server crash again, the cars glitching, all that. Sponsored by Elon Musk. Yep, most definitely. And I would just like to that I don't know if they do this in real life, but probably not. But they shouldn't have made that rule in the middle of a green flag, like the driving time. Very controversial right now. They shouldn't.
Yeah, that was extremely controversial.
Yeah, I agree with that, and I see that it was just annoying to the hypercar drivers and the other drivers that were competing against drivers who didn't have drivers who met the required drive time and stuff like that.
I'd say I sympathize with you guys on that. 'Cause, I mean, as much as I wasn't like really racing, I was commentating. As a team owner, I had to balance out I had only 2 drivers that I had to balance out perfectly because, you can't, only so much threshold you can have is only a 48 minutes after the 4-hour mark they gave us. And that was really hard to balance, and then they just cut the free pass, and it just felt a little annoying. But whatever. If you as long as you came out in a really good position, I really wouldn't be carrying that much. At least not as much as the first guy that joined.
We all learn from mistakes, and I have a lot of racial slurs on my mind, and I'm going to be the bigger person and keep them to myself. So,
all right, that's probably a good thing.
Y'all have a great day.
All right. Well,
it's a great thing because we're live streaming.
I'd like to, before we bring the next person in, I would like to remind you all that we definitely would prefer it if you're just a little chill about things, talking to us about the race. I understand that more people have stronger opinions.
Yeah, we found that out.
We're just here to have a fun time, not a hard time. So it looks like we brought Cab back into the booth.
We missed this interview.
Now that we're out, now that the race is over, what are some of the thoughts you have to share?
I mean, I'm gonna sound like a broken record, but I share the same sentiment as the previous guys. I can't help. We did our best. We drove really well. We managed CCs and lapped pretty quickly for, 7 or 8 hours, and unfortunately only one of them counted, and a lot of all the data the stats that we built up through that driving got thrown out. So I can't help but feel like we got done a bit dirty there. Because I can only speculate now because it didn't happen, but I feel like we would have had a pretty safe victory.
Well, that's kind of one of the consequences about it. It's like, as much as we try to plan everything and try to make everything, go the way it can, sometimes it just doesn't turn out well. Like, it's like, it feels, sometimes I definitely know what you're talking about, because sometimes it feels like you've been waiting for a summer vacation, all your stuff loaded hard, ready to go, and then as soon as you back out of the driveway, you get a flat tire.
Yeah, except there's 2 people who make all the rules who put down the nails on the road. Yeah.
Well, you're definitely more poetic than me, I'll give you that. But kind of looking on the lighter side of things, hopefully it'll be a learning experience for everyone, both in the official side and on the racing side, but we definitely enjoyed having you.
Glad to be here. It was the driving itself was fun.
And the overall experience, I'd say, actually made up for all the issues.
Yeah. When we were driving, it was enjoyable. The battles were pretty good.
I had fun commentating and being a little pit analyst for the first half of the race.
Yeah.
Turning over to our next guest.
Demon.
Demon. How was everything on your end with this long 8-hour race?
I did just come from the winning hypercar team, so pretty good race.
Different opinions, at least.
Yeah. Definitely bringing more light into the room. But what was it like watching your teammate just trying to hold on to that lead in the end?
Hey, I was like, we were waiting for this race to restart. It took like an hour, red flag. So we're just sitting there, race restarts. We're like, okay, this is what we got to do. We devised our pit strategy, and then we pit before the number 5. And when I see the number 5 pit, I'm just like, push, and we're gonna win this race. And yeah, that's what ended up happening.
I definitely know how that is. I know what that is, because it's like watching my teammates, both as a driver and an owner, over in the X System Le Mans series. It's definitely like from the team owner side of things, it's like you're thinking, oh man, did I do the strategy right? Did we plan everything? Did
Absolutely not.
Did like everything did worked out? And you even when you cross the line and take that checkered flag, you still are tense. You still feel like, okay, is there anything else that I missed? Even though you've already won the race, but I could definitely, I would imagine for you was definitely a nail biter. But overall, you guys came out on top, so congratulations to you guys.
Yeah. All that matters in the end, we get the race win. Just another day.
Well, definitely more races to come. All right, we had a pleasure with having you, so we can just definitely bring in our next guest.
Thank you.
All right, it looks like we've got Manu.
Oh, Manu.
In the call. All right, so
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Sorry.
Sure.
Can you bring Wolf to the BC? Because if he wasn't for him, we wouldn't stay in 1-2 in our team.
Sure, who is it again?
Yeah, you just bring my teammate to BBC. If
you said Wolf?
Without him, yeah, use him.
Wolf. All right, John, bring Wolf into the BC.
Yeah, he used like crazy. He was managing us to get them 1-2 to our team.
I haven't read general chat yet.
I mean, if we
It's gonna
definitely
be a terrible idea.
If we definitely need to have, I don't know. Are there any drivers that we know that speak a different language? Because I can try and spice it up a bit.
What do you even try to me? To speak Spanish or what?
Does tiny amount of German count?
What's up?
Yeah.
Tiny amount of German count?
I speak Spanish, so if we want to go that route.
SEIKO is
no.
That's about all I know.
¿Pero tú hablas español?
Ah, damn it.
Hombre, claro. Hablé, soy de España, por favor.
I apologize for the language.
Yeah.
Oops.
It'll definitely confuse a lot of the viewers, but kind of getting back onto the track of things. So the big question was like, what was this 8-hour experience for you personally?
I was really panicking before the race because it was one guy on our team that literally can't do the minimum hours. So that's right. And we get Wolf. Used almost all the drivers, at least me and Jerome. Like all the drivers were seen in these days. So yeah. So heading in my stints, I just went to make a solid gap. I just almost lapped the entire field on GT 2 times. And when I saw the red flag is used, start from the beginning, and just it didn't make me so happy. But at least Wolf gave us the W for our team, and also it beat my teammate, the 91 car.
Definitely keeping your teammates in mind is a valuable trait in any driver, but again, we appreciate having you here.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's see. Yeah, I regret checking general chat now.
Why is that?
Well, do you want me to just read exactly one thing that was said about the P1, P2 GT winners?
Sure.
The quote, Elite Peep, I don't think he's here. I hope your team's headquarters gets bombed like Nagasaki. Which, it's a little overkill because that was...
Oh my god!
A little overkill because
racers can have the best opinions in the world, can't they?
Yeah. I mean, I personally would have said like Kunda's Hospital, but that's a debate for a different day.
Well, we got our next guest in here, Arcane.
Yeah, we got Arcane, Maggie.
So, how was the race over on your end?
I personally was a spectator. It was quite interesting seeing everything play out. I watched number 51's car go 5 billion miles an hour after being flung to Mars. It was quite an interesting experience, especially after the red flag and the server restart.
I think that red flag flew everyone off then.
Yeah, it definitely shook out everything. And that kind of
it was interesting.
And that makes everything shake out because it's like sometimes on one hand it's definitely hampering a lot of the drivers, but on the other, it kind of shakes things up. We definitely saw, like we were talking about earlier, it bunches up the field back up together and kind of adds that extra layer of excitement to see whether we get the same product or we get something new.
Yeah, but I also feel like it's a bit unfair to the drivers who had competed for so long, like get thrown out of the race and like have to come back through different means just to have an opportunity to like catch up again.
Yeah.
At the same time, I feel like it was when they allowed DNF cars to come back. I feel like that's a little annoying because like the number 8 DNFs, and the number 8 DNFs, I think before even the 6 hour mark, they were just allowed to come in with only 1 hour to go.
That's kind of one of the opportunity costs that we see here. It's like we get the benefit of having a bit of a more shake-up at the race, but kind of at the consequence of a lot of
and I mean, like, it's like that would be like, I don't know if I'm pretty sure a few of us watched Daytona 24 Hours this year, so you'd understand a bunch of stuff from that, but I'm pretty sure, remember, like, I think it was Faf McLaren was having issues. It'd be like if they let the Faf McLaren come back into the race or something on the lead lap with the leaders after being in the garage for so long, you know? It's,
Well,
yeah, I sympathize with a lot of these opinions.
I mean, on the bright side of things, at least we were able to finish the race.
Yeah. I honestly think...
And not push it back any longer.
And I honestly think it was a great finish for what we came for. I think that finish made up for like a lot of the issues in the race. I mean, obviously, from the driver's side, it's a different story.
This was definitely better than just delaying it to another day or something.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Funny enough, everyone was complaining the second they were like talking about delaying the race or something. they did exactly what everyone wanted, and everyone was complaining about it.
I feel like if the race was delayed any longer, I feel like because we just
when it came.
Yeah, because they already wasted 7 hours, and then I mean it was at least nice to be able to finish the last hour instead of completely doing the 8 hours over again.
I mean, I've been up for it's basically actually I haven't been up since then, but
Well, we definitely enjoyed talking to you, Arcane, and we're glad you got to see the race today.
I feel bad that poor John has had to endure all of this for about 10 hours now.
Well, moving on to our next and final guest, we have Wolf in the chat. So, Wolf, you want to know how was the race?
I mean, I got signed like at 11 midnight yesterday. So, and I had to get signed, so
bunch of last minute signings.
Yeah, same thing for my teammate for the last stint. And yeah, considering I did the first stint and the last stint, and I was engineering for my teammate El Manu, yeah, I got a headache now.
Fair enough.
Well, I can definitely tell that Tylenol or aspirin is going to be the popular drug tonight to get over that.
Yeah.
Maybe a few more than just Tylenol or asprin.
Probably.
Depending on who you are.
I want to state for the record, we do not endorse any of these products. Do whatever you can to alleviate that.
Whatever you can.
Whoa. Legally viable. I have to say that.
That's.
But yeah, I mean, with all of that in mind, I think we could definitely say that this was an interesting race. And we'll definitely look forward to the ones that come up.
Like Monza.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Going all the way from Daytona to good old Italy. All right, well, if anyone else is staying here in the stream watching us now or is watching us in the channel, we want to thank you for tuning in to this entire 8-hour-long race here with the SEIKO World Endurance Championship, and we'll see you next time.
C Sports leaving out. Thank you all for coming.